Our first wild camping trip in our little van was a pretty big deal for me, and a lifelong dream come true. I thought I'd share a little story as to why. My grandparents had a VW Transporter camper van that I was completely obsessed with whilst I was growing up. They only lived around the corner from where I lived, and every time we went around for an afternoon cuppa or Sunday tea, I'd make any excuse to get into their van and pretend it was my little home for a little bit. It was a leafy green colour on the outside, and the inside was perfectly kitted out to tend to every need. They had the comfiest cushions that flattened out to make a little bed, a neatly fitted cabinet with built-in cooktop, tiny sink and little cubby holes everywhere, filled with cutlery, crockery and hidden treats for every occasion. Everything was incredibly functional, yet cosy and homey. I would spend any chance I got in that little van, dreaming of owning something as magical as that when I was older. Now fast forward to about 15 years later, to August of 2019, this time last year. I just graduated university, moved home to start a new job and save money. My boyfriend, and the other half of this channel, Simon, was moving up in a couple of months, and I was going to start driving lessons. All just little things to build up to the big dream. The plan was to work and save and figure out some travel plans which we'd eventually get to around April time. Everything was finally coming together. I just started writing a new journal to document the year coming. On the first page, I wrote about how this next year was going to be the most exciting and challenging and adventurous year of my life, and that I was so excited to see what I'd achieve by the end of the year. In October, Simon and I started this YouTube channel to document our journey together. We worked hard all winter, and in January I passed my driving test. Then at the start of March we found our dream little van. Little did I know, however, that midway through this year of exciting changes and hard work, we'd be struck with a global pandemic that meant all our plans came to a halt at the end of March. We were, however, in a fortunate position to be able to stay at home and be on furlough, grateful to be safe in a scary situation. But the dreams of freedom and travel quickly became an untouchable idea. The date on our calendar for when we were planning to leave came and went, and planning the adventure took a back seat. Now we're almost entering another August, a whole year since I started my last journal. And it's time to turn over a new leaf and begin a new journal for this next year. And I don't want to admit it's always what I get, and I don't want to take the blame, but though this year hasn't exactly gone to plan for us, and I'm sure for most people around the world, I'm so grateful for everything it's taught me. Only ask And I'm so ready to start this next chapter in life and live the life I dreamed about all those years ago. So our first wild camping trip in our little van was a pretty big deal for me, and that's why.
Line my cigarettes, loaded with regret, and I find myself a spot between space and time. Everything I know, yeah, it's got to go. And I wonder to myself, why even try sometimes? I found myself a girl, should I say she once found me? I found myself a girl, should I say she found me? It's Oklahoma brown, all that is around. If I fell in love with you, would you fall in love with me, please too? You're my piece of pie, words I can't deny. If you fell in love with me, could we fall in love with we, please too? I found myself a girl, or should I say she once found me? I found myself a girl, or should I say fall on me now, and I will not get lonely. If you fall on me now, I will not get lonely anymore. And all my cigarettes, pack them with regret. If I had a choice, I'd be there for you too. I found myself a girl, should I say she once found me? I found myself a girl, should I say she found me?